Hey guys, it's your boy Chris. Today I'm back with another producer tutorial. Today we're just doing a really quick, simple thing. How to make templates, how to utilize them. It is the biggest reason why I'm able to make beats every single day. And you should be striving for at least making a beat every single day, if not more than that. You know, that should just be your baseline. If you have like a really motivational day, a really inspiring day, where it's just flowing and flowing and flowing, then, you know, utilize that and continue making beats that day. So, what is helpful with that is templates. I mean, you just hop in, you create a new template, and you don't even gotta worry about arrangement, nothing like that. It is also important that you don't just use this as a fixed template. Like, you can make it malleable, you can change it around, do whatever you want to it. So, yeah. Right here is how I have my template set out. Intro, pre-hook, hook, verse, bridge, pre-hook, hook, verse, bridge, pre-hook, hook, end. And that's my layout. This is very basic. I have 8 bars for the pre-hook, and I have like 16 bars for the hook, and I have 8 bars for the verse. This is my tailored type of thing. This is what I like to do in my songs, at least, primarily because I use my own beats. I also rap as well. I don't just produce. But for people who produce, keep it in mind that depending on the artist, you will need to move this around and change this around, because some artists don't even like having a pre-hook, so just go straight into it. Other artists, they have this a little bit longer and don't even necessarily have a hook. It's just an entire verse. You know, it depends on everything. Let's get right into it though. So this is how FL should be once you have an empty template. And if it isn't, you go from template, you press empty, and then this is where you should be right here. Right here, I forgot to show it, but my mixer has my out. Just press shift left click, and then you can rename and like do everything. I make it red, and then I call it out. This is my main out, you know, for the mixing, because I have a specific master beat that I would put on right here. As you go through your producer journey, you will find your own plugins and your own ways of mixing and mastering your thing. This is just my specific, you know, layout of what I use for my things. And I have a mixed beat, which will go on here. This is called my mix, and I usually make it this color, cyan. Put mixed beat on there, and that's usually how I have this set up. Now the out goes to here, mix goes to the out. And then what you're gonna do for every single other track here, you're just gonna, you're gonna hold control, you're gonna drag all the way. This is just really helpful for me. You know, drag all the way there. You're gonna bring this back around town, and then you're going to route to this track only. And this is going to be obviously mix. So now when any sounds come through here, they're all going to go to this mix. So I keep it off by default when I'm mixing, as I'm making the beat. And once I'm ready to mix, I just pop in here and I turn it on, and it's super simple for me. Every single template, so I don't have to, you know, it's efficient. Just when it comes to music making, you want to minimize the time that you're getting ready to use your tools. You want to maximize the times where you're actually actively using those tools. When it's a waste of time every single time you click into the exact same plugin. So I would put in here in your mixer plugins that you use a lot. For example, for me, I always have a reverb track as well. This is the reverb that I like to use. One that I call delay, del. And yeah, right there, this is how I usually have everything set up. And as you go, populate your channel rack with instruments, for example. Let's add in one. All you gotta do is left click and drag down, left click, hold, drag down, right? You press Control L, and it will automatically put these things to the mixer. So now it is super simple for anything that you have in here. This works for quite literally everything. Like for example, you have a clap that you really like, open it in new channel, right? Press L, and boom, it's automatically there. Control L. This saves you so much time, and it's automatically set to the mix, you know. And if you want to add reverb, you can change the amount just by clicking. I want to add delay. Super simple. So when you make your beats, as I said, you just want to be as efficient as possible. You want to minimize the time that you're in these menus figuring out what the heck you're doing. You know, you just want to start with that. So that's the first part. So now we go through the patterns. This first pattern, you already get one. Yeah, you can do that shift click thing. Shift left click, and then you can rename and recolor everything. Just for the sake of time, I'm not gonna recolor all of these on here, but I'm gonna recolor this first one, and then you can do the rest, right? You just come here, you click this color wheel. I do every single color wheel. And then for the layers, I go one down, usually like this tone, just so my eyes, see this pleasingly, because they'll be on top of each other if it's a layer, and it'll be like, oh, okay, these two are connected somehow. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Usually for every single beat, you're gonna have a snare, you're gonna have a kick, I'm forgetting here, you're gonna have a hat, you're gonna have a 808, and in no particular order, with these things, you're gonna have an open hat. For most producers, you're gonna have some sort of perks in the background. Melodies, right? Mellow. And I like to do mellow 1 and mellow 2, or quote unquote mellow layer, right? Mellow layer. I like to layer my melodies pretty often, so I just have that there for convenience sake for me. I also like having some sort of chords in the background. Some people don't like just having some constant noise in the background. I usually like having chords in there. It just adds a little bit more cinematic type of things for me. So we got chords, and sometimes I also like having a chord layer. After that, I usually go for a counter melody, so I just say count mellow. Sometimes if I'm fancy, count mellow layer, but I actually most of the time don't use this, so this might go off of here. I used to have a bass, but since most of my beats use 808s, this would always be conflicting with it. So I now tend to actually not. I would start off with, right, mellow, got your mellow right here. And then, for example, if you do have these two, mellow layer, I sometimes, depending on the beat, like to start with the chords halfway through to kind of make it interesting, just to kind of build up rising tension, right? Then over here, for bars, then we go into the pre-hook, like I said. And for the pre-hook, I would usually have my 808s come in. My 808s are usually 2 bars long. Kicks, I usually keep them this low. The kicks come in after the hook. The kicks come in during the hook. Pre-hook has no kicks. Usually make them that long as well. And that would go throughout the beat as well. You can hold Control to select something, and then you can do Control B to have it copy it to the other side. You can hold Shift and scroll on your mouse wheel to make a track go up and down if you put it down there, like organizing your tracks. I like usually having my drums together and then having the rest of my tracks down here. It's just organization. It makes it easier for me, for my brain, to know where everything is, just like by looking at it. And then do the same thing, counter melody layer. You do. Can't speak. For the pre-hook, no melody. Once the hook comes in, melody. You do these markers. If you press Alt-T, wherever this little timeline needle is, press Alt-T, it will make a marker. So let's call this intro. And then I'm gonna make the hook 8 bars long, and then we're gonna do another one, and we're gonna do a verse. Oops. So for the hook, like I just mentioned, you're gonna copy this over once. And the verse is going to be here, and it's only going to be 8. And there you have your verse. Now, for the bridge, 4 bars long, and you want to add in. So when you're here in your mixer, let's say, just imagine that this is my instrument for this melody, paramedic EQ here. You would set the 7 to right here, set it to this thing. You do this by just going up and down the mouse wheel. And then this bottom part, you take these dots, and what you'll do is press here. You'll right click on here, create automation clip, and automation clip. All you gotta do is literally copy paste it. You can get rid of the verse and just leave like the melody there. Got the verse, you got the hook, and then one more time, and then it's over. And then and the most important part is save as template. You'll go here, save as template. You're gonna name the template. You wanna go to options, general settings. So every single time you open this, it'll be a default template. You wanna change your default template and you wanna make it the one, whatever name that you have it. I have a couple templates here. So mine is new beat. Now every single time I press new, right here, and boom. As you can see, nothing's really changed from the other template. We got hats, kicks, all this, mellow. I hope this helped you guys, and be on the lookout for more producer tutorials. I'm gonna try my best to have another video in the works, which is how to record vocals. And yeah, we're also maybe in the future gonna have some videos talking about how to write lyrics and how to come up with things like that in the rap kind of sector. So we'll see how it goes from here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. God bless you, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.
Yeah. Nighttime in the rain, telling all your little friends are we okay. Tired of my love, I can see the pain. Asking me why things be this way. Fuck, I don't even know this by my seventh time. Sitting with a doctor, tell me visualize why my heart been darker than the mid of night. Man, I'm in a crisis, but not middle life. Cause I'm thinking again, and I regret what I did. And all the lessons are big. New chapter of grit, or I'll lose her again. She's reflecting again, and doesn't like what I said. So where the hell do we sit? Keep on sipping.